Portia look like she want to do something that she ain't got no business doing. I said, and if you do, Heather gonna get out of jail and you going to jail. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review of Life with Chessica for General Hospital, August 27, 2024. Okay, y'all, so before we get started, make sure y'all let me know down below what y'all thought of today's episode. Okay, so I got two things I want to ask y'all. Something about today's episode, but before we get to that, did y'all hear that Sam's character is supposed to get taken off the show? They said that the lady Kelly that plays her got fired, so they're going to take Sam's character completely off. And I said, what? I had seen it on social media first, so I thought they was just talking, because, sometimes fan pages just be talking. But yeah, it's all over social media, y'all. Secondly, I want to ask y'all how y'all feel about what Rick said to Alexis. Dog, it was so hard to get that out. I started this over about 6 times. How do y'all feel about that? I feel like he told her right. When they first showed that he's supposed to be talking to her or whatever, I was like, how you gonna talk and you just popped up out of nowhere? But what he told her was right. And she gonna have the audacity to say that, let me see, I wrote it down. Where is it? Rick told Alexis she has a chance to change things with Molly. So he suggests that she, seizes the opportunity. She told my son, she hasn't gotten around to contacting Molly. I said, what? What? He was saying, I guess we starting there. So Rick goes to see Alexis and he's telling her, your daughter's hurting. You can't just be there for Christina and not her too. But he ended up revealing that he convinced Molly that, Alexis was going to reach out and she never did. I said, she ain't even call? I said, dang, girl, you showed her right then and there. But she still came at the end of the episode and said basically she wanted to work things out and she wanted to know what really happened. But yeah, while Rick was talking to Alexis, Molly and Dex was talking. And, he talked about what he went through. And he ends up making her realize that she never asked Alexis for more love, more attention, or anything like that. So she goes there. And that's when they get to talking. And she revealed that she told Christina, it wasn't a good idea not to do it, that she's going to stay out of it. But yeah, they hugged and seemed like they worked things out. I was saying, though, when she would start talking and asking her, what really happened, I said, don't you say what you said to Rick. I said, don't you tell her that you didn't get around to calling her. How you ain't gonna get around to calling her? Then she, Christina's upstairs or whatever. I also said, how you on the phone with somebody telling about how, Christine and Molly was going at each other or whatever, and you never seen them like that and all that. How you got time to gossip with somebody, but you ain't got time to call your daughter to make sure she okay or go by her house or something? I said, how that make sense? Because at first I was like, maybe she was on the phone with Sam or whatever. I was like, but Sam was there. She know what happened. But still, I was like, how you ain't have time to contact her? Also, while Rick was talking, and Alexis kept talking about, you an absentee father or whatever, she not taking parenting advice from him and all this stuff. I know my daughter better than you. Molly was saying exactly what Rick was saying. Exactly what Rick was saying. We might as well get Heather and them out the way. Look, when Rick showed up in the hospital and he was like, he has business there. I said, oh, Lord, Scott done called him. So that means that Sonny and them didn't get him, right? Didn't get Scott. But yeah, on today's episode, so Heather there again talking about some doggone Jello. And Elizabeth trying to hide it from her. I said, she gonna find out. I said, she the chief of staff. Of course she gonna find out. And she found out. So she goes in there, she gets the blood work or whatever. I want to know what she planning on doing to Heather. I say, if you do, you going to jail. She gonna get out and you going to jail. But how do y'all feel about Heather getting out? Do y'all think that she really changed, that it was because of the cobalt poisoning? I'm ready to see that, though. I'm ready to see that. But yeah, Portia found out. She was just talking about how Scott nowhere to be found. He left her high and dry and all this stuff. Rick walked in there telling me, so he want to speak to her alone, that he her attorney. I said, better watch yourself. Also, Elizabeth and Carly. So they had this scene at the hospital and they was talking about how they get along or whatever. And I said, yeah. I said, how is it that Carly gets along with Sam and Elizabeth now that neither one of them with Jason? But when Rick came in there, y'all know what I thought about? I thought about how he had her. Can we say that word on here? I don't know. How he had her. He had her locked up. That's where he had her. And I said, how did he get out of jail? Did he ever get locked up to begin with? I said, how you do that type of stuff and you run around free? But Molly over here talking about criminals and stuff. I said, I'm about to look that up on YouTube. Matter of fact, I'm about to look that up. I'm glad they got YouTube because they be showing everything, y'all. Everything from back in the day. But yeah, Carly and Josh came to the hospital so they could get tested. Jocelyn couldn't because she received a kidney transplant. She received a kidney transplant, so that's when Carly said she'll get tested. In regards to Lulu, Nicholas was not a match because something about his liver. Something about his liver, they say it's healthy enough for him, but not Lulu. So Lucky is the last hope. Lucky is the last hope. And lastly, we got Dante and Tracy. So they was talking or whatever, and Tracy ends up telling Dante that he robbed Lulu of her spirit and her courage. So then he flipped it on her, and then they just sat there or whatever. I said, look, they just looking for somebody to blame. They looking for somebody to blame or whatever. And that's all that really happened on today's episode, y'all. What did y'all think? Comment down below. But yeah, that's it. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, deuces, have a great rest of the day and be safe.